What are you? Did I find another one? Just a walleye kind of day. Alright, welcome back everybody. As you guys can see, on the water. And as you guys can see, freaking blue-green algae already. This year was ridiculous. Hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. Windy, windy, windy. No wind. Blue-green algae, 90 degrees. I don't know what's going on, but I had one plan for this lake. Well, two plans. I'm going to try and stick with the first plan, but I don't even know. Like, I have 3 options of fish to chase right now. I'm hoping I find one of them. I do have an idea with this really crappy water situation of what I can get, but the one I wanted to get is probably going to be impossible. Well, nothing's impossible. I don't know. Stick around. We're going to go catch some fish. I think first things first, I'm going to see if there's anything on any of these brake lines. What are you? First fish off the brake line is a smallie. Come here. Not a giant, but they still fight. Not the intended species, but I'll take it. Especially when the water is green like that. Well, first fish today came on my standard paddle tail and my tuned up customs T1 medium light fast action extra sensitive. Using this lets me feel the thump. It's hard to beat a good sensitive rod. That way when you feel the fish come in and hit, there's no question. I wonder if there's any other bigger ones around. Whoops. Apparently the crappie are still spawning. Dude, it was dark. Another spawner. Mind you, I'm not fishing beds or anything. I'm just making fan cast over the top of these weeds. Apparently those guys are down inside of them. There's just a big weed flat here. Let's see if we can find some bigger fish. Well, that feels better. Oh, that was another spawning crappie. Another big black male. Apparently, this weed line I'm fishing is full of big spawning males. So, if you guys are trying to figure out how to do this yourselves, find yourselves a deep brake line with weeds on it, and then slow your paddle tail down until you start feeling weeds, and then just kind of yo-yo it up away from the weeds. These guys are just coming up and slapping it when I yo-yo it up. Helps to have a sensitive rod. You can also just slow crank it. So like I was just slow rolling it. You just slow roll it over the tops of the shallow weeds, and sometimes they come up and hammer it. See if we can find some bigger fish moving around a little bit here. Usually they kind of school up in the size class. Oh, what's that? Another schmally. Found a bigger fish. I will take it. Fun thing is, I know out here these guys get to be like, I think the biggest one I got out here is about 4 or 5 pounds. So they get healthy out here. That's so much fun. That's only 6 pound test on there. Well, that wasn't a crappie, but it was a bigger fish. So I'm just happy if I'm catching fish today. Like I said, with the water being as dirty as it is, I was planning on chasing some white bass around the shallows. I might even still run into one of those guys if I'm fishing shallow enough here. But I like when I can see the huge schools of them swimming around. You throw a jerkbait or a paddle tail in front of them, just smash them. Have a good day. But right now I'm just kind of picking apart fish, see how this lake's doing, and go from there. I might have to come back here and see how it is later this year, but it's also getting really hot out, so I might just start river fishing and walking and standing in the water, because that's always better. Okay, since I'm running into the spawning crappie just above the weeds, that usually means that I will run into 2 or 3 of the other species that I wouldn't mind catching a limit of, or lack thereof, for fish fry. So I'm going to see if I can drop my bobber. You guys probably can't see it because I don't have my polarizer, and you wouldn't be able to see through the scum on the water anyways, but there's weeds in 10 feet of water right here that are 2 feet below the surface. So what I'm going to do is just drop my bobber next to this thing and see if the fish are hanging around the weed lines like they normally are this time of year. We will see. So this isn't a really complicated method. If you can see weeds and you're in deep water, set your bobber about, I don't know, I think I'm 8 foot down and 10 feet, so 2 feet off the bottom, just so I'm not sitting in weeds if there are weeds on the bottom here. But yeah, I'm just gonna toss this guy around, see if I can find some more desirables or even just different species. Like I said, my plans kind of went out the window when I got here and the water was chocolate milk already. We really need rain. That was a bite. Oh, that's why it looks so weird. Found the bigger crappie. At this rate, by the end of the day, I'll have a 14. That one didn't look like he was spawning, so must be in different stages. What are you? Man, apparently this weed flat is just full of crappies. And it got a little bit bigger. Just a little bit. That's fun times. I'm okay with catching a bunch of those. More crappie? This one might be a bigger crappie. Nope, not a crappie. That's funny. Oh, big female gill. She still looks like she's spawning. That ain't right. This is long after I've known the fish out here were spawning before. So, yeah, I don't know what the deal is there, but they do spawn in stages sometimes, so some fish will spawn faster than others and whatnot. I always find it interesting when they all spawn together. That guy grabbed it right away. What are you? Oh. Another gill. Another tubby female gill. Fun times. What's that? Smallmouth, bluegill, crappie. 3 species. Did I find one? I found him. I saw these guys schooling by the surface. I still caught one. Well, I didn't catch him yet, but thanks, dude. All else fails, throw a jerkbait under the surface. Oh, and that was on my new T1 medium fast. This is supposed to be my walleye jigging rod, but it works so good for jerkbaits. You guys got to get one if you like fishing jerkbaits, little jerkbaits. This is the rod for you. That's a big whitey. Wonder if I can find more of those. That's fun. Like I got another one? Yeah, definitely. This is what I wanted to have fun with today. These guys are so fun. Not quite as big, but they fight just as hard. I think I landed on a crappie. Oh, that's not a crappie. Big fat female. Thought you guys were done spawning. Round. That'll make a lot of sense. The water is almost 80 degrees. Figured they'd be done spawning by now. I've been basically actively avoiding the bluegill spawn for a couple years now. Cast around this weed line over here. See if there's anything big. Oh, just got thumped by something. Yep. Pulled my plastic down. That's something bigger. What are you? Ooh. Oh. 6 species might be an eater. Haven't had walleye in a while. 16. I gotta check the regs and see if 15's the size out here, or if it's 18 like everywhere else. Well, I mean, what is that? Lemons or lemonade out of lemons? Nasty green water. I think I'm at 5 species. That's a keeper walleye, so I'm gonna eat them for dinner tonight. Oh, you gotta love it when something like that works out. I can keep 3 of those, so I'm just casting a weed line here. You probably can't see it, but there's literally a weed mat, and then it's like a big long break line, and I'm just kind of going up and down the break line, casting along it with the paddle tail, and that dude thumped it. So, and it's like 2 in the afternoon, so if they're feeding now, good times. I'm gonna see if I can get a couple more of those. That'd be fun. Looking forward to a good. I think I'm gonna bake them. Yeah. Comment below if I should do a catch and cook with my walleye one of these days, so you guys can see how I bake my walleye. Otherwise, you guys can just follow my cooking channel, DWS Cooks Everything. I have a bunch of fish recipes on there. If you guys are just looking for food, that's what that channel's for. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to this. All right. Let's see if my pattern selection is right, and there are more walleye on this break line. What are you? Oh, found another one. This one I know isn't big enough, but it's still a walleye. Yeah, if you would have told me I was going to switch it up and start pounding walleye today, I would have laughed at you, because it's really hot out here and it's the middle of the day. Well, I've been making cast after cast along this weed line. I wonder if you can see it back there. So like right here, you can see, let me see, where I gotta move away. So it runs like this. I'm sitting in 10 feet of water, and I'm casting along it and like down it and up it. So I don't remember exactly which one either of those fish came on, but basically they're just like cruising the weed line looking for bait fish right now. And yeah, I'm capitalizing on it. So that's 2. I got a 16 and a 17. Would like to get the 1 more. That's my limit for walleye. And then we'll find something else to do. Like I said, today I had all these plans. I did catch some of the white bass I wanted to catch, but the upside is catching everything else too. So I think what was it? Walleye, white bass, crappie, bluegill. Yeah, walleye, white bass, crappie, bluegill. We could see if we could catch all fish species today. I don't know. I'll be happy with another walleye. Did I find a school of them? How big is this one? Same size. Get bigger. Might have to move around, try to find a school of bigger ones. Was that like 6 walleye? Go fishing, people. That's all I gotta say. Go fishing. Of course. Of course, there's a northern pike right where I was planning on coming back to. Okay, now that I tied a new jig on, let's see if there's anything else besides pike around here. That feels like a good one. Right species? Right species. Fell off in the net. Is it the right size? Right size. What are you? Did I find another one? Just a walleye kind of day. Lucky I can't keep any more of you guys. Technically, I'm not fishing for them. Alright guys, I think you guys saw that last walleye that I got. Not the one that I kept, but the one that I threw back. That was like an hour worth of walleye action. Like, I'm pretty sure that I caught that first one about an hour, well, maybe an hour and a half ago, and then yeah, it's just been steady. So I've just been working this whole weed line. There's like a sharp drop with weeds next to it, and that's all I'm doing. Is I think they're just sitting down in the shade of that eating minnows that swim by. So figured out a walleye bite today, and I will take it. I got my three, and yeah, that's always a good day when you can get a limit of walleye. You don't always have to keep a limit of fish. I'm not advocating that. What I'm saying is this is going to be a good week of fish fries and baked fish and all the fun stuff. Like I said before, comment below if you guys want me to do like a catch and cook with walleye one of these days. But otherwise, like I said before, I have my cooking channel, DWS Cooks Everything. Go over there, subscribe to that. I cook random fish things all the time there. I have a whole fish cook playlist, like things that I cook with the fish, so you guys can check it out and try it out for yourself. And yeah, but if you want me to do catch and cooks, you have to comment below. Otherwise, hopefully you guys enjoyed this random slimy water day catching a walleye limit when I wasn't planning to. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you guys next time.